Hello guys, how are you tonight on Saint Valentine's, the only day where the love is in the air? Though there are single and lonely hearts, I believe in this wonderful day, and above everything else, today's reading will be mostly devoted to them, but those who are in relationships, they can also stay and see how they can manifest their love and express it more deeply. Now, I want to explain you a little bit about today's reading. Now, today's reading will be something different than what you saw before. Because, hello Pansy, hello, hey, how are you today? Happy Saint Valentine. So, today's reading, guys, because tarot, the way I studied the cards and the way I learned the cards, they're not exactly good for giving you a general readings, people. The cards works best when you come with questions. And today we do have a question asked, how we can manifest our love and how we can find our love. And by the way, when I read for the signs, I will try also to give you some time frame for each zodiac sign where this reading will take place. You know what I mean? From time frame, from now, for example, to mid-October is where you will finally will be able to manifest your love, clear out the areas you need to clear out, developing the areas you need to develop, and changing areas you need to change. Now, because this will go more to the professional field, people, I will use a particular spread, but what will be different here is that I will pull all the cards at start. I will look at them because there are links and chains in between cards, as one professional reading goes. And thus, I may need a couple of seconds at the start before I start talking, so please have patience. And as per usual, at the end, guys, I will take a couple of questions, maybe 3 questions from my viewers that I will answer by pulling tarot cards. So, you make sure that you listen also to your moon, especially moon and ascendant sign, as well as the star sign, as well as the sun sign, just so you can see, especially the moon sign, because the moon, I'm no astrologer again, but the moon in tarot represents where our exactly soul bone lies, or in other words, you know, where we can find what will actually connect with our soul. Hello Ali, how are you doing today? Oh, Pansy, I will answer at the end of the stream, not at the start of the stream, so you stay in tune, and if you stick up with me to the very end, I may pick your question, who knows. So, we are gonna start with Aries. So now, guys, 5-card spread. The first card will represent the environment around you. The second card will represent your behavior toward the environment that is around you. So these two, they are kind of read together, or they are linked. And even though sometimes you can have 2 bad cards, they may be interpreted in a positive way, or even if you do have 2 positive cards, they may be interpreted in a negative way. Nobody knows. Now, the next 3 cards. So the third card will represent the area in your life, or the area of yourself that you need to further develop in order to start expressing love or attracting love more deeply. The fourth card will represent the areas you need to shift in yourself in order to start receiving love or expressing love. And the fifth card will be the areas that you need to completely wipe out from your life, most likely fears, because this card is always representing something that you're feeling insecure at, something that you are afraid to make approach toward, and thus you got to face and clear out your fears. So, as we spoke, oh really, Agnes? So I'm not talking up myself for Aries at least. So, guys, first we start with Aries. As I said, I will pull, okay, we'll do 2 cards, then we're going to do 3 cards. So Aries starts, I mean, the environment is the King of Pentacles, and then we are having that the behavior, the Three of Wands. And it seems that Aries will be quite cocky, and they will quite believe that they can manifest their emotional fields upon people that are extremely secure. So the environment here, guys, points that there will be people around you, most likely males. If I'm talking for females, most likely males that will be highly earth sign. They will have a lot of planets into their houses that represents earth, or their ascendants will be an earth sign, either Virgo, Capricorn, or what was the other one? Oh my God, I froze. Yeah, Taurus, excuse me. And or it has these star signs. Regardless, these people, they are hard to be approached. That will be the environment. People that are hard to be approached for you to manifest your love towards. So what you have to do, you need to be cocky. You need to start believing yourself that you are on their level. It is what has to be your behavior in order to start expressing yourself toward them. Now, these people, guys, these people, they don't like to give without receiving. So unfortunately, you have to be the one who does the first step here. So if you like someone, let's say that you're a female, and you like someone because it's a male, the common understanding is that the male has to do the first step first, the first step first. Yeah. So, but this is not the case here. You got to show that male that you do have interest before he shows you that he has interest. Now, the key thing here, excuse me, is that this person, once committed, there is no pulling back. I mean, when he commits, he invests a lot. He invests everything, and he keeps on going in this direction. He will protect, even if he doesn't love you anymore in the future. He will cling to that relationship, and he will protect that relationship for the relationship itself. So your behavior here has to be as a cocky person. It has to be someone who believes in himself that he can have everyone that one wants. Thus, you will find yourself amazed how much more people you can approach, and probably you will find yourself in a spot where you can approach a kind of persons that you didn't have the guts before to approach them. So then we're going for the areas of your life that needs to be changed, shifted, or developed. Now, the first area of your life is what needs to be developed. That is the Nine of Swords, Aries. The second is what needs to be shifted or changed. This is the Three of Cups. And then it's what needs to be wiped out, the Eight of Pentacles. So let's talk about a little bit about the areas now. So the first one is what needs to be developed is that you have to get rid of the fear of failure here. So no one has his own attempts to make one relationship successful, Aries, and you need to accept that. Maybe, I don't know about the astrology, but from Tarot, Aries is the Emperor, and the Emperor is someone who does not like failure. I mean, he does not accept failure, he denies failure. But here is something that you need to work upon, and really accept a failure as a constructive lesson of yours, where you did mistake, what the approach was from your behalf that really pushed the people away from you. And from there, it is kind of, you will be able to get over your fears, you know, and you will be able to challenge and conquer your fears. Thus, this area will develop further and furthermore, and you will become more socialized. You will start becoming more attractive to other people, and people will not see you in a way that you will be afraid to make a deep commitment. Thus, you will attract people that are above the standard level of the people that you're attracting till now. Then is what you need to start shifting or changing is the Three of Cups, and this is about expanding your social circle. You need to start looking for other people. You need to start looking for other team experience in your social private circle, personal life, if you want to say it that way. Another thing is that you have to start changing how you express your emotions here. You need to start expressing your emotions on site. You need to start searching the amusement of that when you express your emotions. Even if you have been denied of expressing your emotions, at least you will know, at least you will be able to sleep well at the end of the day, knowing that there is no doubt that you can't have this person, or there is no doubt that you can have that person. So here we're seeing two battling cards. One speaks for that you need to conquer your fears by driving and dragging from the experience from your past, drinking from it. And the second one says that you need to start expanding the field of where you can implant exactly that experience. So the way I see it, it may sound stupid, people, but the way I see it is that some of you may decide to go out into a completely random bar and start talking with a completely random person that catches their eyes. This is what these two cards are talking about. And I'm not saying that you will start making commitment there, but it is how you are going to conquer your fear of being denied when the time comes to approach the person you want. And then is what you need to wipe out. This is the slow approach. Now, you Aries, you got to be more tenacious, you got to be more persuasive, and even if you want to say, even if you want to accept it into a different matter, you got to be more intimidating by receiving love. I mean, you got to demand. I mean, you're the emperor after all. You got to demand. You shouldn't allow one to play with you and to drag you through ups and downs. You got to be the one that needs to aim to the up only. So with that being said, you need to wipe away the sense of that you want to seek a perfect relationship here. I mean, you need to accept that you gotta start from scratch, and in the same time to demand from your partner or for your future partner how you are manifesting your love, to also to start from scratch and experience every ups and downs together, but in the same time you should not slow down the motion of the relationship. So what I'm trying to say is that when you want something, you say it and you want it straight away. Now, what will be the timing of these manifestation, people? 1 second, I will try to give you timing, because we do now have an actual spread, and as an actual spread I'm capable of doing your timing. That will be end of May, guys. That will be end of May, where you will be able to now clear all these fields, and most likely you will be kind of, you know, attacked with a lot of attention from other people. I mean, you will experience a lot of attention from other people. Now, hello, Lauren. Now, as we move forward, I want to say that this reading particularly, I choose to make it on Saint Valentine, but it is not particularly meant to be a daily reading for Saint Valentine. It's just how you manifest love in the future. So it seems that Aries will be able to manifest their love, and they will, or at least they will be ready to manifest their love at the end of May. So let's see how about Taurus now, guys. Let's see about Taurus now. The Taurus is represented by the Hierophant. So it seems the Taurus will seek something more fitting into the existing patterns that they have established it on themselves. I am shuffling the cards, Haiti. I am shuffling the cards. I just use my desk to do a riffle shuffle. So, hi Maria. So the first two cards, wow, Taurus. We got two majors for you at the start. This is the surroundings, and then this is the flow. So, my God. Well, that will be very violent for you, Taurus. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but there will be a sudden turnaround in your surroundings. You will be shocked It is what I'm trying to say. And the way I see that card is that if you are single, it is very likely that you will be shocked to find out that someone likes you, you know. Or if you are not single but you're in a relationship, you will be shocked to find out that someone is flirting with you. This is a shock that is coming from your surrounding regarding your love. Now, with the Fool showing your behavior, you need to be very mindful here, especially if you're in a relationship, that the Fool as a behavior shows that you will really consider giving a go to that shock. What I mean is that if you are in a particular relationship, you suddenly find out that someone else likes you, you may start flirting with them, because the Fool in these kind of situations is interpreted as someone who is really acting spontaneously, expressing his emotions, and enjoys the attention of others. Thus, you may jeopardize your particular relationship. So be mindful, guys. If you have a happy and stable relationship there, don't jeopardize it that way. But if you're single, I can encourage you, people, go out and explore. The Fool asks you that your behavior has to be as someone who don a mask and experience the world as someone else, experience a different world. Thus, your friends and the people around you, they will see you quite playful. What do you mean, is it me, Maria? Of course it's me. I'm not wearing a mask, like I said here in the Fool card. Anyway, so the people will see you quite playful, and this is exactly what can provoke one friend, for example, to express and feel these emotions that will come to shock and shock you, you know. So you need to allow yourself to make a brand new experience. Also, the world, the Fool, excuse me, not the world, but the Fool urges you to try really something new, some new experience, some new behavior. So if you have been a closed person right now and you believe and you acted like the love is one and true and only love, right now you have to open yourself to invite everybody to enter in your life. So you may just find out that someone there, it is exactly the one and true love you are seeking, and that will shock you, guys. Then we're going to the areas in yourself where you got to either change, develop furthermore, or wipe out. So the first one is the Star, which is the one that you need to develop further. The second one, what needs to shift, is the Moon card. And then we have the Knight of Wands. What can I say, Taurus? Fool of Majors. That will be an extremely important excuse me, time for you. So, starting up with what we need to develop further. The hope, people. It is the unfolding love. So, the Star card urges you to believe that you are allowed to have happiness. You know, sometimes, just sometimes, I personally am kind of feeling that I am denied being happy from the universe itself, because no matter what I do, I end up unhappy. And this urges us to have a faith in that sooner or later the happiness will come in our way. The star shows also that you need to support other people, you need to show your kindness to other people, and you need to give them hope for the brighter future. The Star is like guidance, and you got to be the guidance. This is the area in yourself that you need to develop more, to be more open to people who need you in a very bad moment, into a very bad situations. And by this being said, your capability of expressing your love, Taurus, will unfold in such a drastic measures that you will be surprised at the end of the day that the emotions you are experiencing are so strong and so vast that it is just, again, it will shock you, people. Then is what you need to kind of shift the insecurity here. This card stands as an area in yourself where, regardless of that you being in relationship or not, the fact that you cannot predict the outcome of one relationship or the outcome of one attempt for a relationship probably drives you crazy. And it is not probably only with Taurus, it drives everybody crazy, but right now it drives you crazy the most. This is about insecurity because you can't see the minor details, and you don't have to see the minor details. I mean, love is something unexplainable. I mean that these are one of the primal in feelings, like the primal evil and the primal good. I mean, they don't make any sense. If you love someone and it doesn't make any sense to you, this love is pure. Just so you know, it is written in the books, and it is written in the holy books as well, I think. So you got to get rid of your insecurity. Are the love you are experiencing when the love comes in your life true or not? If it doesn't make any sense to you, I mean, if you love someone that you're not supposed to love, then it is true, it is pure. I mean, so be mindful to that. And what you need to wipe out? Well, these are the conquests. Now, the King of Wands is area in your life. It is like you need to wipe out the initial amusement when you empathize with someone. So this card speaks that, let me give you that example because this will be the best way to explain you the card. You flirt with someone, you got your great time with them, and you leave it that way. You jump into the next one that you can flirt with. This, Taurus, has to stop. You need to focus on one and only person that is in front of you, and only this way, by you showing them support, by you showing them an unfolding love, that you're showing them that you are capable of experiencing unfolding love. It is the way that you will win them. Flirting with multiple people, trying to make the first one that you want to be with jealous, is not the way that you will manifest your love, Taurus. This is just not the way. And let me tell you now the timing of that reading taking place of. One second, that requires a little bit of time. Oh my God, that is very deep in the deck. 1 second, guys, don't lose patience, please. Oh, that would be the summer. August, end of August, Taurus. This will be where you will manifest love and most likely find the one that you can experience those warm and kind of drastic feelings that will kind of shock you and will come out of nowhere. By the way, as the environmental thing, it may throw you off. What I mean is that it may come as an unpleasant surprise, but please, Taurus, give it a second thought upon it, because at the end of the day, if you don't care for your own happiness or for the happiness for the one that you love, no one else will. So what I'm trying to say is that if person you will find, and if you kind of, when you make him happy, this is what makes you happy, then congratulations, you found the one that I was talking about in this reading. So next one is going to Gemini, and let's see what about the twins now, how they're gonna manifest their love, or shall they gonna be able to do it so. Hello, Bernadette. How is in New Zealand? Is it warm? Okay, cards shuffled, cutting, and the first two guys. So we have your environmental card, which is the Knight of Cups, most likely a person around you or a group of people around you, and then your behavior. Now, I have very good combo. So you're about to sustain your surroundings here. These are people who are finding you very attractive. These are people here, most likely water signs or water ascendants. What I mean is either Cancer Pisces, bullshit. Pisces or Scorpio, or has these ascendant signs. And these people, they not just that find you very attractive, but they're seriously Gemini, considering that you're someone who can make them happy. And by you giving a systemized approach there, standing strong, showing them that you can actually give to them according to what you receive, will make them want to give more and more to you. So if you're in a relationship, just the fact that you will show to your partner that he will receive or she will receive just as much as she gives, it will even make her or his feelings deeper and deeper. And this is what you need to aim for here, is how your behavior should be according to those people. You need to show yourself, present yourself in front of them as someone who is capable to give only if someone is capable to take. You know what I mean? Only if the other one is capable to give you as well. So with that being said, your behavior also should be focused on not wasting time for pointless empathizement and pointless flirting. You've got to focus on what is substantial for you. Then the next three cards. The first one is what you need to improve, the Six of Pentacles. Then it is what you need to change, the Magician. Well, that will be a tough reading here, Gemini. That will be a tough one. And then what you need to wipe out. Now, this one is easy. So, what you need to improve, Six of Pentacles. This is not about generosity. As we saw before, you got to be prepared to take just as much as you give, or you got to give just as much as you take. Here we are talking about compassion. Here we are talking about putting yourself into other people's shoes. In other words, that if you have been denied of making a date or hanging out, instead of outbursting and trying to find an answer to a question why I am denied if the other person likes me, and you start making presumption, instead try to put yourself into their shoes. Maybe, just maybe, they have something that they need to deal with before they can devote their time to you. So it's about compassion. It's about maintaining the hierarchy there in one relationship, maintaining the correct road in one relationship. This being said, if you have been asked for help here, you also need to be willing to give your help into these people. But in the same time, you shouldn't give the full capacity from yourself. At the end of the day, you need to let them to deal with their own problems alone. You need to be there only for a support where prevents them to fall back. But you shouldn't be the driving force making them move forward. It is the only way how the people that are attracted by your love to really value you and not taking you for granted. And then what you need to change here, the Magician. And with this card, whoa, my camera disfocused. I'm sorry. So let's wait a second. Oh my God. Oh, it's okay now. Okay, so with this card, guys, it seems that you're explaining way too much in front of others, or you're trying to show yourself as someone very big and someone very capable and someone who is, let's say, a very high standard. While this could be true, I'm not saying that you are not. While this could be true, you need to understand that this creates fear in other people and also creates a feeling that they are not worthy to make a relationship with you. Now, you need to give them an example that if you love someone, you gotta just try it out. So, you need to change the acceptance here that someone else has to make the first step. You also sometimes need to make the first step, and especially when you start feeling that it depends on you, either you should create one relationship or either you should not. And with this being said, we are going to the final area that you need to take on. Is something that you need to wipe out, cut it clean. I mean, cut a clean break from it, is the indecisiveness, the dilemma. the precious balance. What I mean is that just because you may be afraid that one commitment can break one relationship, you shouldn't restrict yourself from making that commitment, because as soon as two friends discover that there is more than friendship, the friendship is gone. You just believe me, it is true. So this kind of points that if you want something, be true to yourself and try to see the things from your point of view and act towards your point of view. So if you like someone, don't try to see it from different angle, because there are none different angles. It is your angle of view, and you gotta go and ask for it, because if you don't ask for it, the answer always will be no, Gemini. So next one, guys, that's the Cancer crabs. The crabs. My air conditioning started producing a weird noises. I hope it's not broken. Jesus. Oh, what about, yeah, about the timing? I forgot. Okay, let me shuffle again. I will ask about the timing. Yeah, that was a good question. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry. Now I'll give you the timing. It doesn't matter when you question and when you ask, they will answer. No, I haven't, Jeremy. I will give it now. I will give the timing for Gemini now. I'm on Cancer, but before that, Lori, I will give a time frame for Gemini for their reading to be developed, and that will be mid-July, guys. Mid-July, it is where you will finally be brave enough to go and ask for what you want, you know, from your personal life, and you will be compassionate enough to support people that you have a you know, affinity toward. So now we're going to Cancer. Okay, crabby. First two. Okay, the environment is the Emperor, and then we'll have the behavior, which is the Five of Cups. Oh, Cancer. Okay, so it seems that the environment will abstract you into a particular way. I mean, you cannot be playful. You cannot allow yourself to express instantly and emotionally. You got to be very careful towards your environment, just because you got to present yourself mature. That's the thing here, and it's frankly, that's bullshit in my eyes, guys, because love cannot be mature. I mean, it's something that when you feel it, you express it, and that's it. I mean, if you want to say to someone that you love him, I mean, and if you do, what is wrong with it? But the Emperor again says that you need to be very careful with those words. Cancer, you need to take on responsibility when you say it to someone, that they will accept it seriously, dead seriously, and thus you may involve yourself into something you don't want to involve. So for right now, you have to keep yourself quiet. That should be your behavior. Now with this card falling next to the Emperor, it seems that for you, your behavior should be focused on your past relationship, past lovers, people from your past where you want to make a commitment with. So it seems that right now you need to focus yourself empathizing with them, or empathizing with someone around you that is not giving you too much attention right now. It is about you keep pushing toward that thing which gave you disappointment, because when you push, eventually it will happen, people. And now let's see what the conditions will be in order to happen. 3 cards. The first one is the area that you need to improve, and that is the 7 of Swords. Then is the area that you need to change. It's the Page of Wands, and then it is what you need to wipe out from your life. So let's start with the first one. Area you need to improve. Well, stand up for yourself. Now, the 7 of Swords here, guys, it speaks that you need to be true to yourself, what you deserve, basically. So you shouldn't be agreed into something that does not serve your favor. I mean, you shouldn't be agreed to one-sided relationship. Just because you like someone, it doesn't mean that you have to allow yourself to be exploited just to be around them or be with them. I mean, it goes both ways. When I mean both ways, one relationship, according to this card, not always can be equally giving and taking, but the roles has to be shifted. I mean, in one point, one can give more, in other points, the other one can give more, but always about giving yourself from a pure heart. It is about you not leading different battles than your battle, and if you have someone that is your battle, you gotta go for it. So it speaks that you really need to know where your happiness lies, and above everything else, you need to become aware and you need to work toward improvement of how much you work for the others. In other words, don't allow anybody to take you for granted. That will be their biggest mistake by seeing this card. I mean, as soon as someone tried to exploit you and someone say to you, for example, oh, you wouldn't leave ever again, you know, oh, that will be their biggest mistake, because you will leave. Because with this card, I cannot see you tolerating that behavior. And then is what you need to start shifting, what you need to start changing. And this is pretty straightforward, pretty narrow reading here. Again, you got to be first reminded of your own personal strength here, how strong you can express your love. That's one thing. Second thing is that you need to start changing the way you give messages. I don't know, this pretty much depends on your personal situation, on your personal character, how you give messages. But if you are incapable of finding love right now, it's obvious that you need to start changing the way you give messages, the way you flirt with people, and you got to change the fact that you are always open for something else, for something new. So it is time for you, Cancer, to really pick up your goal right now. Pick up your goal, pick up what you want to have in front of you so it can reflect your love, and start working for it. And what you need to wipe out is that the universe will bring it to you. Right now, we'll see what will be the duration of the reading, but for the duration of the reading, whatever you do, it will have a reflection. In other words, that you will have to earn every single drop of happiness regarding your love life that is coming in your way. Nothing will be given for you to grant it. So, as much as I hate to say it, Cancer, you got to stop hoping that the right person will magically show up. You got to find it on your own. And seeing the previous cards, you will be able to, if you are strong enough to take on disappointments one after another until the right one shows up. So now, let's see the timing for you. That will be the end of August, Cancer, around 3rd or the 4th week of August. Okay, so after Cancer, we're going to Leo, people, the Lions. Okay, let's go. Let's give it a good refold. Hello, Gloria. Leo roars, yeah. You know what I hate with my chart, Chintao? Is that I don't have anything into Leo. And I think that this kind of, again, I'm no astrologer, but I think that this is something that affects my self-confidence, and it affects it big time. Because even if I sometimes do seem confident, you can't guys see me before the stream. I'm like, you know, it's that completely different person. But as soon as I engage you people, I mean, you're wonderful guys, and kind of all this goes away. So yeah, thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for that. You know, I have you as my audience. So for Leo, the environment is the Queen of Cups, and then we're having the Four of Swords. Wow, 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 Lions. First of all, you got to sit down on your asses. You got to break from a creative activity here. There is someone around you, a person in your environment, because this queen is marking that a person. It's not necessarily a female, guys. It could be also a male, but males marked by the court card of queens, they are kind of have more feminine side. For example, just for example, the males marked by the queens, they do care how they look like. They always take care of themselves visually. They have more feminine approach. They're more expressive emotionally, these kind of things. So it doesn't necessarily has to be a male. And it is a water sign or a water ascendant, either Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or it has a lot of planets into the houses representing that element. And this person cherish the feelings of their hearts. I mean, they can't hide it, and it seems that you are about to experience those feelings on your back. So it could be a romantic love, but it could be a friendship or motherhood love or a fatherhood love. Regardless, it is something that will create a warm environment around you. It will create a warm, fuzzy feelings inside you. So your behavior should be you clinging into this. If we're going to see in the next three cards if this is a romantic or not romantic love, but here I want to stress it out that if this is not a romantic love, you need to cling into these warm feelings, because it seems that through them you will find a very, very important solution what you're doing wrong till now, manifesting your love. And this is not about your areas that you need to change, shift, and then improve and wipe out. This is something brilliant, something from a vital importance, and it will be different for every individual. So it is very important that you talk with this person. If that's not your romantic partner, it will be important to spend a lot of time with them, and that won't be hard at all. It is because it will be a pleasant for you to spend time with them. That will be the thing you will want to spend time with them, and they will want to spend time with you. So for the areas of your life, it is the first one is what you need to improve. It is the Queen of Pentacles. Then what you need to change, it is the Sun card. And what you need to wipe out, it couldn't be more clear. It is just shouting out loud. So the Three of Swords here, guys. So what you need to start improving, do not give up, especially when we have the Sun here of what you need to change. So these two cards are speaking loudly that you, Leo, when you start empathizing with someone, and when you start an initiation of one commitment, you are too hopeful that the things will unfold naturally on their own. It is kind of no push is required. This is what you need to improve, the push you are giving. I mean, there is something around you in one commitment, initial commitment, that needs to be pushed harder, and it's what you need to do. And it's not about the material thing, it's about the outer look of one relationship. So you have to, and we were talking about here the brilliant solution. So this will be individual for everybody, but For some, it could be that they're not spending too much time with the person they want to be committed with. The others, they are giving them too much challenge in the terms of that they are making excuses just to make them jealous, or they're denying them of dates just to make them jealous. They're flirting with other people just to make them jealous. And you gotta stop that. When you devote to something, you got to push to it. And from another side is what you need to change here, the Sun card. It is that you should start believe that the things will unfold naturally. Again, you gotta push to the very end until we will see the timing here. But what you need to break clean from is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords could be interpreted from in a different ways here. One of them, which is the most sounded way, is that you care way too much for what other people believes in where your private, personal, intimate relationship should lie and with whom that relationship should be. And that's why it's personal, guys. It's because it's yours. What do you give a damn about what the other people thinks? This is what you need to break free. When someone is giving you a poisonous words, when someone is trying to make you feel bad and down for what you're trying to accomplish with a particular person, well, tell them to fuck off. It is not their business. I mean, it is your life. This is what you need to do here, and it's what you need to break clean and free from. So let's see about the timing for you guys. Again, the summer, but this will be the start of August, around end of July, start of August, last week of July, first week of August, guys. So going forward to Virgo, we're almost half with the star sign people, almost half with the star sign. Don't forget that at the end of the stream, I will take a couple to 3 questions from guys. So I want to repeat you the rules of the questions. Questions that can be simply answered with yes or no will not be considered, because I cannot judge just from one card, just so you know. This is the only reason why I'm not answering these kind of questions here. I may mislead you. I'm saying they require a whole spread, just so I can see the whole situation, what is it, what was in the past, what is coming on in the future, and thus I will tell you what is my opinion of either you should do it or not. Or will you take it, or will you not take it. Same goes with timing. As you saw, it requires a whole spread, so I will not answer to timings, and basically that's that. Thank you, Chantal. Thank you. So we are going to Virgo. Let's cut. And the first 2 cards for Virgo. Ooh, Virgo, love is on your way. Your environment, your behavior. So you will, let me start with the behavior first. You will start behaving like nothing is like it was before. Previous failures of you expressing and giving your love, previous misfortunes of doing that will just lose their relevance. It is where you need to accept that you have to make an impending change in order to let the flow of love to stream through your heart. Thus, being said, with your environment, this way will be presented to you, and it will happen through you sitting on already, let's say, known patterns. So nothing risky will happen on your way. No one random will pop up. But in the same time, just from these 2 cards, guys, it seems that you will start making interactions, maybe not just with one person, but with multiple people, that will make you feel so comfortable and so secure, so stable, that you will start spending and devoting a lot of time into that, and this will be kind of coming as a dream of yours. You know, your behavior will be like you just accomplished a dream of yours. You will be extremely happy as a behavior, and you have to be happy as a behavior. You need to allow the empty spots of your heart to be refilled again. This is the behavior you need to execute here, Virgo. Then going for the areas now, the first one is what you need to improve. That's the 10 of Wands. Then is what you need to start changing. It's the Hierophant. And what you need to wipe off, it's the 10 of Cups. That's awkward. That's quite awkward. So let's start with the first one, the area you need to improve. Taking on responsibility, taking on the control over your approach. It is kind of like the way with this card acts in these kind of positions here. It is that when one initiates commitments, it allows the other person to control the relationship, or to control the outcome or the flow of one relationship, because it could seem a big deal for you to do so, or you could be too kind to do so. Big mistake, Virgo. It is you who have to start taking on control upon the other one that you are trying to empathize with, and you will be amazed that you will be able to do so. Probably that's why you will start behaving like you know, extremely happy. It is because, at least for the first time, or it's not going to be for the first time for me, but at least now for a change, someone is listening to you, someone is following you, and someone is ready to do something to make you happy. And you got to clinch into that. You need to start taking on responsibilities to control the approach of one relationship and the direction of one relationship that you want. And talking about that is what you need to change, is the understanding of yours, how one relationship should go forward. So in other words, the orthodox way of how one relationship should go forward, with a lot of dating and a lot of texting before having sex, it is a wrong way to do so. It is just a wrong way for you to do so. I mean, you got to start taking some risks here. This is what I'm trying to say. You cannot keep on under pressure the partner you want to be with, in order to and hope for them to endure until the very end of this. So it is where you need to show a little bit of bravery here, and show a little bit of courage to initiate and do something drastic, something major, something that both want. But just because it's not an orthodox way, you cannot achieve it. And then what you need to wipe out, that's the 10 of Cups. This is pretty easy, and you shouldn't be satisfied of what you get. Not at all. You, for the duration of that reading, which I'll determine right now, you, Virgo, should always ask for more. This is what the card says. You should always ask for more, because more can be given to you. So that will be around mid-June, guys. That will be around mid-June. Hello, Christine. I just finished Virgo, Christine. Just finished Virgo. Now I'm jumping into Libra. So the scales. One card fell down, so I'm taking this one as the environment, then the behavior. Now the first one is the 7 of Pentacles, that's the environment. Then we're having the Four of Pentacles, which is the behavior. So, Seven of Pentacles, people. The environment doesn't seem very solid to you. The environment is where you will have to put some doubts, or you will have some doubts either something will work or will not work. Mixed messages could be the reason, but the thing is that you gotta find the things in one environment that works for you. So with that being said, you need to give yourself a little bit of rest here. In other words, that in this kind of environment, Seven of Pentacles, nothing can be pushed at this very moment. And you need to allow this window of opportunity for the current environment to pop up, to open up. This card shows you, I want to explain you a little bit more about this card because it's a tough card for environment. Can you see the guy worried here about that pentacle? But is the pentacle fell down from the tree here, or is the guy's worries how to fit the pentacle in, which means how to improve? It is what you need to think of, which means here that the Four of Pentacles comes as your behavior. It is what you need to behave of. You need to be sound and stable. You need to start acting how you feel comfortable. In other words, if something doesn't, if you don't like something and something is make you comfortable at, you need to start behaving like you don't want it. In other words, you need to start speaking for it. So you got to step on the existing ways, or the ways how you think that one relationship should work, and that way there is pros and cons here. So you can push away people who does not love you with that behavior. It is like taking on a defensive measures, you know. It's like putting on a wall. But the one who loves you, he will break the wall, or at least he will wait for you to step out from that zone. And we will see when you're going to step out from that zone. Once you step out from that zone, hopefully the surrounding environment will change for you, and you will be able to manifest your love. But with these two cards, I cannot see you here manifesting love. It's more about you being defensive of receiving love. And I don't know why that is, Libra, but it just does seems that way. It kind of seems you being unwilling to do so. Then the three cards. The first one is what you need to start improving in your fields. That's the King of Wands. Then it's what you need to start changing. It is the Hierophant. Well, we spoke about the Fire Hand, the Hierophant here in this position, but I will talk for it again. And then at the end is what you need to wipe out. Here I will start for what you need to wipe out. You cannot live alone your life now. The Nine of Pentacles, it is the highest card for being single, for singularity, for someone who has a high standards. You need to allow people to approach you, and you cannot seek for something perfect. Now the Nine of Pentacles is a woman that always seeks perfection. You cannot see that. It's something that you need to wipe out from your understanding and for your field in order to start expressing your love. In other words, you need to, if you are in a relationship, you need to be able to accept your partner as your partner is, instead of trying to kind of, you know, taking on the problems he has and try to solve them, because some of the problems he has, some of the disadvantages he or she has cannot be solved. It's just who one is. Then what you need to try and improve, that's the King of Wands. The ideas of one relationship. Look forward. Is the things happening your way? I mean, in other words, what you're thinking for one relationship or for one manifestation of a relationship can execute. Are you thinking way too high for yourself? Or in other words, are you not closing yourself? Because the King of Wands, it is very tough card in this position. the King of Wands, I want to explain it to you that way. The King of Wands is someone who tries to be a leader, but not you trying to take a lead on relationship. It is like you trying to find, what if one relationship breaks, where I will find myself at, you know, and how I'm gonna get out of it. Will I not get hurt? So the King of Wands, this is about you placing too high standards, demanding too much, wanting to be secured, to have an insurance that one relationship can happen. So this is what you need to improve in yourself, to kind of believe that one is, and if you do see a way of development, involvement, you do have plans, you do have ideas, you can initiate them. This is what you need to have to start working on, initiating the ideas of what you have, and this is the way how you're going to express love, because what you need to start changing in your field and in your sphere is, this is the orthodox way again. I mean, yeah, you may have a bad experience, we all had the bad experience, but maybe you have to try something different here, and you always have to be open for different things. The Hierophant is also about trust, so if you lost trust, you got to regain trust. Or if you're too much trustworthy, I mean, if you are putting your trust way too much into people or into some people, you got to stop doing that. So, being cancelled, and what you need to start changing is how you communicate with your partner, in a term of that you need to again open yourself more and more, because the Hierophant is someone who teaches counsel. And if you don't stress and lay down the true problem here, and most importantly, if you are not open to receive what the solution can be, because the solution, it may not be something that you necessarily have to like, you know, but if you're not open to it, you will have obstructions to express your love or to find love, at least according to my cards. Then let's see what for how long this will affect you guys. Oh, that will be pretty soon. That is the end of March, it seems, this reading take place. So, going forward to my brethren, Scorpios, so let's see how we are gonna manifest love. Always curious for that one. The first time, by the way, guys, I'm using this spread, and it's quite fun, is it not? I mean, I quite like that spread. I quite like that spread. Oh, you're welcome, Anastasia. Happy Valentine's Day, Janine. Oh, Amanda, I am taking questions, couple of questions, the 3 questions. Here, we'll pull in 1 card. Thank you, Maria. So, brothers, the first 2, our environment. This is kind of ridiculous. Can you see what that one is? That's the Lover's card. And then it is our behavior. Okay, people. So, as an environment, the Lover's card, it seems that we're about to embark some harmony, and harmony in terms of that whatever happens, it is not that we are going to, very tough to express, the Lover's card environment, damn it. It is like, guys, this is about harmony with ourselves and being in peace for what is going on. Not that we are not incapable of showing love or not showing love, but what we can do if someone doesn't want to receive it, you know what I mean? This is about we receiving harmony. And here is where a lot of choices we need to take according to our environment, what we have to do against what we want to do. This is always about according to the Lover's card. And by we reading for love here, love should be always something that you want to do, something that makes you happy. So in your environment, people, channel to what makes you happy, clinch into it, bite it if you have to, and don't let it go. Because with the Lovers card, the obstacles, the troubles, the suffering, it will worth it big time. Because this card also with environment, if the environmental thing is a person of yours, it seems that you do have differences, but this card binds you with these differences. So it is like, it is differences like yin and yang. They are two different things, but when they combine, they become one whole. This is what I mean. The only problem is how you are going to align it and how you bind it, Scorpio. And then your behavior, it is kind of Nine of Wands, and I am so proud of you. And you, Scorpio, it seems that you ain't gonna give up, because here this card expresses how one tired man, exhausted from battles, have a wounds and these kind of things, but he just doesn't want to give up, because he knows that what he is going forward, it works, it does work its efforts. So don't give up from showing your love, guys, even if you are facing woe in front of you, even if you are being denied, even if you can't find a person that you have to, that you can express your love toward. You have to keep going, because it is just so close. You're so close to finding the one that actually will answer to you that you have no idea, people. You have no idea. Then the next three cards. Oh, I pulled 4 cards. Anyway, the first one is what you need to improve, Scorpio. That's the Moon card. Okay. Then it's what you need to start changing. That's the 10 of Swords. Now that is a sounded one, eh? And then what you need to wipe off, it is the Knight of Wands. So let's start with what you need to start improving here, the insecurity. This is the insecurity, this is the hunches that you have that probably something ain't gonna work out. End of the road is not clear, it is never clear, people, and you have to start improving yourself of believing for the brighter future. So, in other words, you need to start improving your iron will to keep on going on the road you have consciously taken. And what did I say about these two? When you bite on something, when you focus your aim on something, when you have a commitment into something, you do not let it go here, even if it does seem insecure at this very moment, even if it does, you are facing, like I said, a wall, and you are not be able to receive or express properly for this very moment. There are obstructions, and these obstructions are more likely created by a very vague environment, and that your partner is either insecure or either you're insecure in their feelings, something like this. But this will be clear, because the Moon clearly shows that this is a path you have to walk on, guys. This is a path you have to experience. And because after the Moon, the Sun comes, all for you shall be revealed very, very soon. You just have patience and keep on going. It is, you're so close, you can't imagine. Then is what you need to start changing, people. The sense of defeat. It couldn't be read that way. I mean, do you have something to lose? I could say no, especially if you love someone. What is more important for one Scorpio to love when he does love someone than this someone else? With the 10 of Swords, you need to keep on going upwards, guys. I mean, you need to get rid of that sense of defeat. This is what you need to change. And I know from myself, because even though small conflicts were raised into my past relationships, I was, even with the smallest argument, I was always worried that one relationship will just blow off, you know, go over. And this is something we need to start get rid of. This is something that we need to start changing. And in the same time, from another perspective, the 10 of Swords says that when you know that something is over, it is over, guys. You shouldn't premeditate it. You shouldn't, I mean, you shouldn't try to revive it. When it's dead, it is dead. You keep on going. So, as I said, when you feel that your relationship is alive, or the emotions of someone are alive, or your emotions are alive, you bite it and you don't let it go. Because what you need to let go of here is the Knights of Wands. And these are risks. These are demands that others will express their emotions first and others will approach you first. Also, you got to get rid of the sense that you do have options available, because this will play you a bad joke. You may not have as much options available as you hope for, and at the end you may end up quite lonely, Scorpio. I'm just warning you. So it seems that something big is coming in your way if it didn't happen till now. So you gotta keep on going for it. You just got to keep on going for it, guys. And this will continue until oh man, this will continue until end of January 2018. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, by the way, guys, you can watch the replay after the show is done. So the next one is the Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, your environment is the Four of Pentacles, and then we are having the King of Cups. So, this is a blockage, Sagittarius. This is a blockage in your behavior. It seems like you are incapable of expressing one emotions for the sense of that you want to feel secure when you express them. So, it does seem that you want to know before you show that you love someone, or before you show that you're interested in someone, to feel that they're interested in you. Do you think that this can change? We're going to see that furthermore, but what you can do about that is truly to try to do it step by step as it is supposed to be done. In other words, start with simple text, chatting, and this kind of stuff. Then try to ask them on a coffee, for example. Don't ask them on a dinner instantly, but ask them on a coffee or on a walk. You gotta start from the small things and constantly keep on going and improving yourself with one particular person. This is what I'm trying to say. So what will be the challenge here is that people could be a little bit reserved toward you. In other words, that they could be not willing right away to jump into it, but this should not discourage you. It seems that you do have kind of the necessary experience here to drive them off their slumber. In other words, saying with the very, very brilliant maneuvers of yourself, expressing your emotions, you will be able actually to unlock those people and make them commit towards you. So let's see about the fields. So the first one, your improvement. Wow. Oh, that is the Five of Swords, guys. Then it is what you need to change. I mean, the field of your personnel that you need to change. That's the Hanged Man. And then what you need to make a clean break with, the Four of Cups. This will be tough. Five of Swords of what you need to start improving people. This is about you not giving up. The Five of Swords is a card about winning at all costs. So this is what you need to start improving. You need to start finding yourself goals, people that are kind of worth the effort on your behalf. In other words, that they worth everything that you're willing to give in order to commit in one relationship. So it seems that after you're capable to do that, to improve yourself into this field, you're about to face and commit with someone very, very strong, someone who stays into a high places of hierarchy, someone who couldn't be achieved if you did not have that determination that you have to do it at all costs. Then it is what you need to start to start changing. And that's the waiting, guys. You can't wait anymore. You can't hope that magically someone will appear. You can't hope that love will solve your problems with your love life on its own. You got to start, get off your butt and start searching for your love, because this is the way you're gonna find it. This is the way how you're gonna find those that you are going to express your love. So stop sitting on one place, and this is expressed also with what you need to wipe off, and this is waiting for that one and only opportunity. There is no such thing as one and only opportunity. Yes, we do have an opportunities to create a bond once in a lifetime, but opportunity, they were, they are, and they always will be. The thing is that, are we as happy as we can so we can cling to what we want? This is what you need to wipe off. Sitting there and kind of clinging into that if this doesn't work out, the other one will come. Big deal. It is a big deal, guys. It is a big deal. So you got to know what you want. You gotta know what you want, Saji. You got to define for yourself what you want, and regardless of the obstacles and the difficulties, because there will be such, you got to chase it. You got to chase it at all costs. Capricorns. Okay, guys, the Capricorns, their environmental card is the Strength card. That speaks for a lot of provocation from the exterior. And then we have the King of Cups. So it seems that your exterior environment will provoke your emotions up. So if you are a closed person, oh really, Lori? So Laura, so it seems that I will not talk to myself. So people will try to provoke your emotions. It does seem that recently you have been a poker face and you didn't show yourself as how one can be emotional and being spontaneous with showing other people that they do care, showing that they are capable of deep emotions to be felt. And there's people who likes you from your environment. They will start provoking you to do so, and you will not necessarily like it. At the start, it will seem like they just getting on your way, and they're trying to place you into very unpleasant situation, very unpleasant positions. And especially if you're in relationship, it could be accepted as a certain hostility from your partner, but this is just so they see that you care for them and you are capable of showing what you have shown them at the very start of one relationship. Then we're going to the Aries. Now the first area what you need to improve is the Four of Cups. Then is what you need to change is the Sun, perfect sense. And then is what you need to wipe off is the Hangman. So with these three, the bottom line with these three guys is that you have to start doing something about it. So the first area is you sitting there probably taking for granted what is given to you, or probably finding yourself into a happy place, unwilling to understand that there is a possibility or room for you to grow emotionally. So you need to start improving that, growing up emotionally, and you have to start forcing it, because you gotta change the natural unfoldment of things. You gotta change the way you act. You can't act spontaneously like a child anymore. You have to be mature, and thus you have to provoke other people. Thus you have to start expressing how much stored energy from emotions you got in yourself. You got to burst out, is what I mean, and you gotta do it now, because the waiting is over. It's what you need to wipe away. The waiting is over. You will not be able to wait for the right moment, for the right time, unless you make the right moment and the right time. So be more brave, guys, and try to place those you want to be with and the people that you like into various of stressful situations, so you have the window of opportunity to burst out and just show them, explode with emotions. This is what I'm trying to say. After Capricorn, oops, let me see about the timing here. So timing around New Year, Capricorn. Around New Year, that will be a long, long time you improving yourself in your love life. But it doesn't mean that you will be single. I mean, this time frame, it doesn't mean that you will be single till then, guys. I mean, you may have multiple relationships where they will help you to improve or change or get rid of a particular behaviors and fields in your personnel, you know. So after that, we are going to the owner of the season which we are in, Aquarius. And for them, people, the first card that matters to the environment is the Strength card again. Then the behavior is the Six of Pentacles. And what we said about the Strength is that they're going to be provoked from other people, and it seems that these other people will be able to get into them. So these provocations, unfortunately, they will work out. So your behavior toward the others, will be rather too generous. It is the way I see it. Too generous, guys. You will answer to every call in front of you, and you will take on every challenge, even if it's pointless. Probably because you got to prove something to yourself. I'm not blaming you here, Aquarius, but it seems that you are about to waste a lot of energy just because someone is provoking you, just because you are finding these circumstances around you that are provoking you. It doesn't have to be a person as well. And you gotta show patience here. You gotta show patience, and above everything else, how you determine what is true to be acted upon. If you're willing to give it from your pure heart. If you're not willing to give your effort from your pure heart, you better don't do it. Then the fields. The first one is what you need to improve, King of Cups. This is about hiding your emotions more and more. This is about you need to stop expressing all that you feel. It is what I mean. And you have to keep on what people in front of you don't deserve to know for yourself, and just show them what they deserve to know about you. In other words, if you sense that someone does not share your emotions, you gotta stop telling them that you love them. You just have to stop doing so, because the only thing you do is sitting on one place, hurting yourself. And vice versa. If someone does love you and you have a sympathy there, don't be afraid to say that you love them. Then it is what you need to start changing, is to stop contemplating on the particular empathizement. So it's about you being open to receive new things, to receive new connections, new contacts, if you want to say. So even though they may not end up a commitment, they may not end up expressing love, they could be vital for you to develop and find love, because through these connections you may find the one that you may end up with a very, very stable relationship with. For example, the friend of his friend, you know what I mean? So start expanding the people that you are hanging out with. And then what you need to break off clean is the Sun card, and that pretty much speaks loud with your behavior. So you have been exploited way too much, Aquarius. You have been exploited way too much. You should stop being so kind with people who are so rude with you. You got to give, when someone wages a war towards you, you gotta give them hell. With kindness, nothing will happen, people. You will always end up hurt here, and that will be until, oh, you're welcome, Peggy, again around the new year, Aquarius. And last, guys, but not least, we got Pisces. Sorry about my hair, it's a little bit messy. Yeah, fishes. Rachel. Or Raquel, I can't pronounce it correctly. I do apologize. So the first two guys, the environment, oh my god, the Empress, and then we're having the Eight of Wands here, the behavior. Wow! So guys, this is about being a brilliant paradox, if I'm expressing myself correctly. Being someone so attractive, excuse me, someone who looks very handsome, someone who looks with a feminine energy, extremely highly feminine energy. This is all about Pisces, is it not? Someone who in your actions will be also someone who is ready to take on every challenge in front of them, on every window of opportunity. It is not about you manifesting your love toward one particular person, Pisces, but it is about you manifesting love toward everyone, okay? Toward everyone, just because you can do it and you will do it. What will be the result of it, people? Fantastic. You will find yourself quite indulged into warm feelings. You will enjoy a lot of pleasant company here, and you will win quite a lot of respect just because you respect other people's feelings. And then the three cards of the fields that needs to be: first, improved; second, changed; and third, wiped away. So we said about the wiped away, you got to accept that you cannot move on for quite long alone, and you have to let people around you. I mean, you have to allow people to go around you. You have to allow someone to make a first step toward one relationship. This is the first step about showing and giving signs that you are capable of experiencing love. Then is what you need to start changing. That's the insecurity of taking decisions, of presumptions, or presumptions, it is rather what I like to say, about how the other will react when you say them something. For example, if you say I like you, how they're going to react. You gotta get rid of these thoughts, you know. You gotta get rid of them, and you have to start becoming more decisive here. This is what you need to start changing. It's about taking the balance towards your favor. You got to be the one who acts, because when you're the one who acts, then the one who acts, excuse me, is the one who dictates the rules of the game. And then what you need to improve, it is the judgment. And this is the hints and the signs you give to people that you are feeling in love with them, guys. The hints and the signs. If you haven't found love right now, this card is a clear sign that the person in front of you is not quite aware what your intentions are. So you have to start working upon how you can show the people with your intentions and with your actions that you actually are experiencing a particular affection or a love toward them. So guys, that was the taroscope, or rather the love readings for the all zodiac signs, how they're going to manifest love. And excuse me again, I haven't determined the time for Pisces. 1 second. That will be the end of May, Pisces. That will be the end of May. Whoa, okay. So, as I promised, guys, now I'll take a couple or 3 questions from the audience, and I will answer by pulling one card. So, be mindful for your questions. You don't ask something that can be answered with simply yes or no. And you don't answer about timing, because it requires a full professional reading. And then also medical questions will not be discussed. So the first one came straight away. Gloria Avila wants to have a card for her, please. Okay, the card, a card you want, card you get. Thank you, Crystal. Arigato. The card for you, love we talked about. Love is what you got on your way, or at least it will be such an event for you, Gloria, that the problems you had until now, they will just lose their relevance to you. I mean, it will be something that whatever happens with what you had till now, it will just not matter to you, because this is something that will fill your life with a drive, and it will fill your life with fuel. It will regain, you will regain back the sense, the full sense of making a successful life. That's the card for you. It usually happens within the 6 months. Then it is how I'm going to manifest money this week. That is for Jenny Robertson. And quite well, I can say the Knights of Pentacles for you. It seems that this week, the manifestation, I could say rather not if you're speaking about increasing money, but a very clear plan of how you're going to do that for the future will be established. Now, the increase for you, Jenny, it will be slow, rather steady, however. So the approach, you will not feel a huge monetary increase according to this card, but it will be stable. In other words, that no one can be able to ruin it for you or to steal from you. Okay, Chantal asks, can I have a message, please? Five of Wands, Chantal, the message, someone wants something that you need. Be careful. This is a card of conflict, and conflict may arise. I'm answering questions now. So let me find another question who does qualify according to the rules. And this will be Fiona May. She wants a card. That's the Hangman. It seems that you're going through a not very pleasant time according to that card. It seems that efforts you're giving, they are ending up in vain, and you're not capable of achieving what you want to achieve with the Hangman. Why is that? It's because the time hasn't came yet, Fiona. Time hasn't came yet. There is a time and place for everything, and you just have to wait for now. You will know when you have to execute and do your actions toward the future. So, with that being said, Fiona, have patience. Regardless of how bad the situation around you is, it will not affect you into a drastic way. The more you try to do, the more destruction you will create. So, be patient and do exactly nothing. Okay, guys, that was the event today. I thank you all for watching, and you stay tuned with tarot predictions. I'm sorry for all that I couldn't answer your questions. I saw a lot of questions that couldn't qualify, that did not qualify, because they could have been answered with simple yes or no. And as I said, I will not answer these questions. So for the next time, please, guys, prepare your questions so I can choose properly. Proper questions, and I'm not picking the same persons over and over again. With that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. You are amazing. Thank you for all of your support, and as per usual, you have a great one, and see you very, very soon, people. Very, very soon. Bye.